I don't know anything.
That's what Randy said.
3 months and I don't know.
Good morning. The prelude today is Standing in the Need of Prayer, number 25. If you'd like to stand up in the need of prayer and sing along. 25. Not my brother nor my sister, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother nor my sister, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not the preacher nor the deacon, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not the preacher nor the deacon, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not my father nor my mother, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not my father nor my mother, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not the stranger nor my neighbor, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not the stranger nor my neighbor, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It's Sunday, and we're here. And everyone is welcome, no matter what you believe, what you used to believe, what you'd love to believe, what you'll never believe again. This house of prayer belongs to you, and we're glad you're here. So welcome. And today, it's a special day for us in a lot of ways. For one thing, we're going to have our big meeting, post-survey meeting after church, right after, well, I think it's after refreshments, and then after refreshments. And we're going to talk about that and next steps, and we want everyone's voice to be heard who has a desire to have a voice. So we're going to do that after church. And the other thing that's happening is that we're taking up the Neighbors in Need offering. So if anyone wants to give to that very worthy cause, please do. You can just put a note in the memo, NIN, and we'll know that that's what you want it to go to. And the other thing is that Rhinda is going to bring us our message today on Cherokee spirituality and culture, and I'm very excited to hear that. So those were my announcements. Were there any other announcements that, yes?
I just want to say that I can have that.
Yes.
I wanted to do it. No, I just want to say that this Thursday, can't speak, the second Thursday of the month is when we deliver a meal to the men's shelter, and Helen and Lou Bright are going to do it all. So, just wanted you to know. I'll be calling on others in the future.
I'm wondering, Hayes in Virginia and
Patty and Sally?
Sally, how many of you would like to participate in the meeting afterwards? Because we'll do it on Zoom.
They do.
Okay, so in that case, can I suggest
Yes,
we pick up our coffee and bring it here?
Sure.
So we'll just take a moment to go get our coffee. You can get yours, and then we'll pick it up right here. Does that work? Yeah.
Okay, so we could get started soon after. Yeah, and the Brights also made sweets. Cake, I think. The Bright, the Lou Bright. Okay, and we have someone new in our midst, and so I'd just like to extend a welcome to Rhonda Alexander, who may be moving to Taos. So welcome, Rhonda. And last time that she was here, I forgot to make a big deal of it, but Julie's back. Julie and Peter are back, and I just want to say welcome. Okay.
And Christina's back.
And Christine is back with a cane. Christine is walking with a cane. Yes, so we're glad you're here too. Okay, great. Let's take a moment to settle into our chairs, get a nice comfortable seat, take a few deep breaths, and just kind of sink into this place of prayer. God, we come to this place because we need you. We need us. We need each other. And we need that grounding in our faith, in the light that helps us to move out of here and meet the world as it comes to us. I pray for all of those people who need us, that we may not even know their names yet. And I pray that we can respond with love wherever we go. Amen. So we have a tradition here at Taos UCC of lighting candles. And so we come up with our prayer, our intention. We light a candle and we have a representation of that inner need that we're sharing together today. And while we do that, we're going to sing the song, This Little Light of Mine, number 11 in our books. So I will start. Please feel free.
Are we playing this sitting down or standing up today? I can play it slow if you want.
That was a senior joke.
That was not the intention, Janice. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere you go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Where I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it
So this morning, Janice is going to be our reader. Janice?
I can get you your name tag if you'd like.
I looked for it, I couldn't find it.
Oh, really?
Must be in my car or my bedroom or something. Hi, everybody. That was pretty lively, that was great. Luke 21, chapters 11 to 16. There will be great earthquakes, in various places famines and plagues, and there will be dreadful portents and great signs from heaven. But before all this occurs, they will arrest you and persecute you. They will hand you over to synagogues and prisons, and you will be brought before kings and governors because of my name. This will give you an opportunity to testify. So make up your minds not to prepare your defense in advance, for I will give you words and a wisdom that none of your opponents will be able to withstand or contradict. You will be betrayed even by parents and brothers, by relatives and friends, and they will put some of you to death. I need a lot of instruction today. This is 1 Corinthians 12, 7 through 11. To each is given the manifestation of the Spirit for the common good. To one is given through the Spirit the utterance of wisdom, and to another the utterance of knowledge according to the same Spirit. To another, faith by the same Spirit. To another, gifts of healing by the one Spirit. To another, the working of miracles. To another, prophecy. To another, the discernment of spirits. To another, various kinds of tongues. To another, the interpretation of tongues. All these are activated by one and the same Spirit, who allots to each one individually just as the Spirit chooses.
Good morning. Good morning. I was hoping there would only be 10 of you.
Well, just look at one side and then you'll see it's very big.
Look at those people right there. Today I'm going to talk about Cherokee culture and spirituality. And I want to talk as a registered citizen of the largest federally recognized tribe, the Cherokee Nation. They alternate with the Navajos, and right now there are more Cherokees. I was born in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, capital of the Cherokee Nation. My mother's family came to Oklahoma on the Trail of Tears. American Indian nations, like European nations, have a lot in common. I want you to see Indian culture and religion through the way I experienced it, through Cherokee culture. You might say I'm a TUCC-er and a Cherokee animist. Cherokees were infamously moved in 1838 from their homelands in the Southeast by President Andrew Jackson to Indian Territory in present-day Oklahoma. Jackson spread the belief that the U.S. was an empty land, with the occasional nomad tribe wandering through. He hoped to justify the removal of the 5 civilized tribes to Indian Territory west of the Mississippi. However, in 1491, 8 to 18 million people were living in the future United States. There were many nations with farms and towns. Some had cities comparable to European cities of the same era. Some of the large cities were Chaco Canyon, Spiral Mounds in Oklahoma, Cahokia in Illinois, and Etzanoa in Kansas. They had populations up to 40,000 people. The Cherokee had at least 43 towns in the prehistoric Southeast. Cherokee towns typically had 30 to 60 wattle and daub thatched roofed structures with one door and a smoke hole in the roof. The towns also had a council house where general meetings were held and a sacred fire burned. In 1493, a papal bull had been issued, stating that lands occupied by pagans were empty lands. So European conquistadors brought guns and accidentally carried the common childhood illnesses to the future US. These were called virgin soil epidemics because every American Indian was susceptible. Entire families perished. All members were stricken simultaneously sometimes, so that no one in the family was left to care for the sick and do the tasks of daily living. The loss of cultural knowledge transfer meant such agricultural and food gathering skills were not passed on to survivors. Eventually, no one knew how to do activities such as traditional cooking, traditional hygiene, herbal medicine and rituals, and the spirituality rituals. Cherokees and the other Indians east of the Mississippi River experienced another change in their culture and lifestyle through trade. They began to hunt, not for subsistence, but to use deer hides as exchange for cloth, pans, gardening tools, and so on. So they no longer had to spend time making pottery, tanning hides, and making stone tools. Cherokees were always accepting of new technology. However, this led to a debt of 8,436 British pounds in 1773, and the Cherokees paid for it by ceding nearly 2 million acres of land to Georgia. Some people may be attracted to a romanticized image of American Indian culture. The culture is often portrayed in literature and media as an uncorrupted symbol of ecological goodness, staunchly opposed to modern civilization. However, that interpretation of Indian culture overlooks that they, or we, are normal people who, although they may have had historical struggles ending in world-class trauma, fought to retain their unique identity as distinct free nations. Cherokees gave up a lot to live together. They could have kept an individual portion of land, 240 acres to be exact, in the old Cherokee Nation. But the choice was to give up their autonomy and sovereignty and accept assimilation. So they chose to move and leave their homelands. They are part of the present because they have a strong need to endure and to live near each other and to make their own future. The U.S. Constitution recognizes that Indian nations are distinct governments, and they have, with a few exceptions, the same powers as federal and state governments to regulate their internal affairs. The old treaties are upheld by the Supreme Court, and those benefits are available to registered members of federally recognized tribes. There is a legal definition of an American Indian, and you have to be a citizen of those federally recognized tribes. What does sovereignty mean for Indians? Tribal sovereignty includes the internal right to govern one's community. What are some elements of sovereignty that Cherokees value today? From the Cherokees' mission statement, those values are preserving and protecting Cherokee culture and language and improving the quality of life for the next 7 generations of Cherokee Nation citizens. This is where the income of the casinos, resorts, museums, and technical businesses are essential. As an aside, the Cherokees in Stillwell, Oklahoma make parts for space vehicles, so we embrace that. The gross income of these enterprises was between $1 and $2 billion in 2023. Much of that income results in progress that benefit Cherokee citizens, but the citizens do not receive individual payments. When the government of Oklahoma cut funding for public schools, the Cherokee Nation bought books and supplies for the public school art and music classes in the Cherokee Nation. The present emphasis of the tribe is on providing new, up-to-date infrastructure for the 14 Oklahoma counties of the Cherokee Reservation, including medical clinics and hospitals. In the 1600s, Cherokees picked up the remnants of their culture and began rebuilding their lives. The new traditions sought to regain the balance in their lives. By balance, they meant maintaining the status quo of the natural world. They feared that loss of balance could cause sickness, failed crops, poor hunting, and other problems. Humans were responsible for keeping balance. For example, when gathering medicinal plants, they picked every fourth one, leaving the other 3 for later use. They left a token, usually a pottery bead, as a thank you gift for the spirit of the plant. Everything has a spirit, and those spirits should be honored. The Cherokee practiced their religion through ceremonies that included songs and dances. Cherokees traditionally use turtle shell shakers rather than drums with their music. Indian songs frequently do not have words, but vocables like scat syllables in jazz. The songs do not require knowledge of a particular language, but can be understood by other Indians. One daily ritual was known as going to water. The individual went to a running stream at dawn, faced the east, and repeated a prayer or maybe recited a spell. The person then immersed himself in the water to activate the prayer. Traditional Cherokees may consult with medicine people for help with medical problems, dilemmas in their lives, or other problems. There are fewer medicine men or women alive and practicing today, but those few are still known by traditionalists and others in the Cherokee communities. The proper way to find a medicine person is to be part of a Cherokee community, stomp ground, or family, and come to know this person through those connections. Do American Indians believe in one God? Today, many American Indians are Christian, 60% in fact, so of course they're monotheistic. The rest are probably mostly atheists or agnostics raised in the Cherokee tradition, Christian tradition. The first known Cherokee conversion to Christianity was in 1773. The first permanent Christian mission in the Cherokee Nation was established in 1801. The missions provided education as well as religious training. Cherokees embraced the education more than the spiritual aspects. They felt that it helped them and their children become competitive among the dominant white culture. Therefore, Cherokees were among the people called the 5 civilized tribes. The majority of Cherokees practice some denomination of Christianity. 66% of Cherokees are Christian, with Baptist and Methodist the most common. I grew up reading the King James Bible, as many other Cherokee citizens have. However, a significant number of Cherokees observe and practice the new and old ways. They meet at stomp grounds in local communities to hold stomp dances and other ceremonies. The stomp dances last all night, with men performing call and response songs, women with turtle shell shakers on their legs, herbal touch medicine, and fasting. They attend church on Sunday and go to the stomp ground on Wednesday night. The stomp grounds are private and secret. Participation is almost always restricted to those who already practice traditional rituals and are already part of those communities. They are open by invitation only. Can I answer any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Rhinda. And I'm going to stop the recording.